I'd like you to purchase a backup set of power couplings. I had to replace a few in Sector 4. They were wearing out.
Gotcha. Any special food requests?
You're asking me as if we actually have choices. Last time we stopped at the Asier's terminal, the only affordable option was the fermented Chlorian cabbage, which made my skin turn purple after eating it for 2 months. Never doing that again.
Hey, that was last year. Maybe they've got something else today. I'll look around.
Be my guest.
Good morning.
Brave. Hey.
Hi, Brave. Are you disembarking too when we arrive?
That's the plan.
We'll split up after we cover the local market.
I guess we're all leaving the ship for once, eh?
That isn't normally the case?
Danya's usually the one to take care of errands.
I see. When do we arrive?
We should be there in less than 2 hours. Did you tell him about the particularities of this station? In case it's his first time here.
Not really. What are you referring to, Junie?
Never mind, I'll tell him myself. Brave, don't try to bargain if you want to buy something. Chlorians are notorious for taking offense when it comes to that stuff. And stay away from the fermented cabbage.
Well noted. Remind me what Chlorians look like?
Humanoid, in various shades of purple with small antennas on their heads. Most of them have a short temper.
Right. Now I remember.
After today, you won't be likely to forget.
Oh, come on! They're fun, those guys. I got so many free drinks in the bar last time.
The only reason they were friendly to you is because Terrans are rare in these parts, and Chlorians find them particularly suitable for mating. Even more than other Chlorians.
Is that so? I'd be curious to find out why. I'll go prepare for departure now. See you two later.
Brave, wait. How are things going with Otis? Is he interacting with you again? Last time you said you had about a week left before, you know.
Things are going all right. Thank you for your concern, Danya.
Yeah?
Yeah. Last night we partook in a renewal ritual, so everything is back on track.
Oh, nice.
You could join us next time, if you wanted to.
Are you sure that wouldn't be detrimental somehow? From everything you told me about the balance and stuff, I wonder if...
Quite the opposite. Provided I'm the one guiding us, it could strengthen my symbiotic relationship with you being part of the picture. It could be a chance for us to have my symbiont fully accept you as my lover.
Wow. I...
Tell you what, why don't you come sleep in my quarters tonight? The bed is big and comfortable, and we can discuss this further if you want.
It's a date.
Let me know when you're ready to leave for the station.
Will do.
Oh, what took you so long?
You still awake? It's late. You didn't have to wait for me. The warehouse was a mess. They lost the ship's registration file and took forever to recover it.
But did you get everything on the list?
All in here.
Nice. And in terms of food?
Nothing but fermented cabbage on this station as far as the eye can see.
You smell like you took a swim in it.
Oh man, don't even. I need a shower. Now.
Everything's ready for departure, by the way. I checked the engines and refueled us.
Thanks, Junie. Brave's back, I assume?
Long time ago. He's probably sleeping by now. I'll take care of loading this in. Go get us out of here.
Roger that, boss. Can't sleep?
I was just meditating.
Apologies that I couldn't get back sooner. I ran into issues at the suppliers. In addition to having a short fuse, the Chlorians at the warehouse turned out to be a disorganized bunch. It took forever for our orders to get processed. Then they lost our ship's file, and they had to find it.
You sound tired. Would you like to come to bed?
Sorry. I wish I could have joined you sooner.
Don't worry about it. I know the day has been frantic.
Is there anything I should know about sleeping in the same room as your symbiont?
Not really. He needs a lot of rest, so I don't think he'll be getting up to chat. If he disturbs you, feel free to wake me up right away.
Okay. Another question. Do you snore?
I don't actually know. Maybe you can tell me tomorrow.
Night, Brave.
Good night. Danya, you snore a lot.
Sorry about that. You got something scheduled?
No, but if I don't set an alarm, I could stay in bed indefinitely.
Yeah, me too. This was nice, sleeping here. I could get used to this.
Yeah?
Sure, and I promise I won't snore ever again.
I might have something for snoring. It's a bacteria that populates in the throat and helps with breathing during sleep. We'll just have to wait and see if it works on Terrans.
Spoken like a true symbiont expert. I can't wait to try it out. May I interest you in breakfast?
Oh, that would be nice.
Good morning to my favorite lovebirds.
Hello, hello!
Hi there.
And before you ask, I had a very restful sleep. I have you two to thank for that.
You may have to thank the Chlorians, it seems.
Ah, I see. Bread is in the toaster, boys, and the raspberry jam and cream cheese are on the table. Serve yourselves.
Sweet! Breakfast of champions.
In the meantime, how do you feel about some board games? I can't believe we haven't played the Colonists of Catan together yet.
You sure, Junie? It's a pretty competitive game, and you won't be on a team with Riamphia right now.
So? I can still win. Want to play for Making a Wish again? Losers do a favor for the winner, as always.
Hell yeah, gotta make it worthwhile.
Can someone explain the rules to me?
Brave, don't worry, it's super easy.
Does anyone need some sheep?
No, Brave, no one wants your sheep. Wood and bricks is where it's at.
I'll take your stone if you have any.
Oh, I need that one for something.
You're not supposed to tell everyone which resources you have on hand. She's probing you for information.
Right.
And boom! Longest road. Again.
Damn you. How many points does that make?
Let's see. I think I got 10, so I win. And you know what that means.
Fine. Do your worst. This winning streak won't last forever.
Okay. So, Junie, I need you to,
Not gonna do your laundry. Don't even think about it.
I wasn't gonna suggest that. Come on. Like I'd trust you with my precious undergarments.
I'm just saying, be careful with your wish, Taryn.
Point taken. I think we'll settle for 20 push-ups and you refilling my glass with something delicious.
Could have been worse. I'll start with your beverage first, Your Highness.
Chop chop! And you, Brave, will need to hand over a piece of clothing.
Do I really have to remove my shirt?
No, don't listen to him. A piece of clothing could be anything.
Hello? Who's the winner here? Yes, your shirt has to go. Otherwise, the gods of Catan will never be appeased.
Well, I wouldn't want to risk the wrath of the gods.
Oh, look, I think it's my cue to get out of here. I don't even have to make up an excuse.
Junie, wait! Don't you want a rematch?
I'm just afraid I'll have an unfair advantage over your drunk ass.
Me? Drunk? Nah, I'm just a little tipsy.
Goodbye, friends. I'll see you later. Brave, I'm leaving you in charge.
Understood.
You're in charge, huh? That's a lot of responsibility. Think you can handle it?
I'll try.
Speaking of trying, what's your symbiont up to right now?
Not too sure.
What does he even do all day anyway?
I don't know. What does a plant do all day?
A plant, huh? And this may come as a bit of a surprise to you, but plants are actually trying to have intercourse. At least those that are blooming. You know, cross-pollinating and stuff.
Oh, that's true. What about those not blooming?
They're just trying to save energy for when it's time to mess around again.
I get it. Perhaps Otith is trying to save energy too. Why do you ask?
Well, I've been thinking it might be time for me to try something more with you guys.
Are you sure? I'm just wondering if you should make this decision while under the influence. If you know what I mean.
I've already made this decision some time ago. I just didn't have the courage to tell you about it. See this drink? It doesn't make decisions for me. It just releases my inhibitions a little.
So you're saying you want him to take you?
I guess I'm curious about what it feels like after seeing you guys. Plus, I thought it would make you happy.
It would mean a lot to me. But please, don't do it just for my sake. That wouldn't be right.
Of course, I won't. As it turns out, I'm kinkier than I originally thought, so this is pretty much coming from my own twisted soul.
Now I know why Juniper left me in charge.
What's that supposed to mean?
Only that you're very adventurous, which is pretty hot.
Is that a yes?
Please follow my instructions while we're in there with Otith. It's very important.
You got it.
Can I have my shirt back?
Here you go. Wait, aren't you going to...
I won't partake in the ritual this time. It's important that I remain fully focused and oversee the interaction. Are you absolutely sure you want to do this?
Yes.
All right. Remember to stay calm and open. If at any point you feel like stopping, just let me know.
You got it. here goes nothing.
Otis. Hello, my dear. I have a surprise for you. Danya's here, and he's interested in getting close to you. You may taste him, Otis, but remember that he is mine. He is here because that is what I desire. Do you understand? Approach, Terran. Strip, and get on the bed.
Huh? I mean, no problem. I just thought it'd be the same as last time. You know, standing next to... Oh, never mind.
Don't worry. It will be in a few moments.
I said that out loud, didn't I? Just a little nervous.
It's normal, trust me. I looked a lot worse than you during my first time. You're very brave for deciding to try this.
Yeah, I'm pretty wild like that. What's our next step?
Otis, we would like to commence the ritual. Are you willing to take this Terran as he is? Danya, do you consent to full engagement with Otis?
Yes, I consent.
We will begin.
Holy shit!
Danya, don't move just yet, please. Otis has to retreat on his own.
No problem there. You okay? You look a little lost there.
Yes, I'm just... I've never seen anyone with Otith before. Since the temple on Kayama, at least. It was so...
Hot.
Exactly. Thank you for this. For everything.
Do you want sugar or honey in your tea?
Neither, thank you. Plain is fine.
Alrighty. "3 days before we reach Odaria."
Time passed so quickly.
Yeah.
Do you know where Juniper is?
This time of day, she could be anywhere, but my money's on the observatory.
The garden room.
Yeah, that's another name for it. Junie mentioned we'll be passing by something cool on our way to your planet, and she wanted to document it. Why do you ask?
There's something I'd like to speak to her about. Good afternoon, Juniper.
Oh, it's afternoon already? Wasn't sure. What can I do for you, Brave? Our pilot tells me we'll be arriving at our destination in the morning of the third day. Guess we'll be parting our ways soon, eh?
I'm here to talk about that.
Oh? What is it that you want to tell me?
I know there has been tension between us in the past.
I don't remember any tension, but go on.
What I meant was, in regards to my Symbiant being a Dorada, and Danya being involved with me.
Brave, listen. I'm sorry if I came off a little harsh on occasion, but looking out for Danya is what I do. Nothing personal. It would have helped if you told us about the Dorada from the start, though.
Unfortunately, I couldn't.
Yes, I know.
You're not the only one who cares about Danya. We've had a chance to spend a lot of time together and get to know each other. He's important to me, Juniper.
He's easy to like.
That's true, but that isn't what I'm getting at. I don't want things to end between Danya and I when this transport contract is over.
You're serious about him?
I am.
For your information, 90% of long-distance relationships fall apart.
I have a plan. If all goes well, I'll be able to hire you guys again. This time for a very large contract, so we won't have to resort to long distance.
Glad to hear that my boy Danya has someone who wants him that bad.
I really hope my plan will work.
What about your symbiont? No chance you'll get rid of him, is there?
Not really. However, I'll make sure to put additional safety precautions in place for the future. I'll also provide official training for the both of you on how to handle Dorada in case anything happens.
I see. Well, you have my blessing if that's what you came for. I want Danya to be happy. And if it means I'll have to sleep hugging a fire extinguisher for some days, so be it.
Thank you. I hope you don't actually do that, though.
I was kidding. Or was I?
Juniper, I apologize if this is a bit personal, but I was wondering if you have someone.
You mean like a romantic partner? I do. I have a lady friend that I keep in touch with. We don't see each other too often, as you might have guessed, due to our occupations.
Hmm?
She's a famous opera singer, a big celebrity, always on the road across the galaxy, and so am I.
So much for the low success rate of long-distance relationships.
True, eh? Well, it works for us. We meet a few times a year, have a great time, and then out and about again until next time.
Wouldn't you want to be closer together?
Sure, but that hasn't been possible so far. She can't really follow me because of obvious reasons, and I really like the gig Danya and I have going on. Doesn't mean we won't take the opportunity to get together if the occasion arises. Talk of stars or whatever comes to mind at the moment.
Stars?
She has a degree in astrophysics, which tends to surprise people a lot.
That's definitely interesting. How did you guys meet?
I was working on a space cruiser a few years ago. A huge vessel used to take us all around. Even though the pay was all right, the job sucked for various reasons in the long run. Anyhow, that's where Riemfia and I met. She was on board for a few months, performing, before I left.
I see.
You know, she might have consulted a Symbiant expert once, as unlikely as that sounds.
Really? That's an amazing coincidence. There aren't more than a dozen of us in this galaxy as far as I know.
Well, it wasn't before she tried everything else. Long story short, she was performing on this planet she hasn't visited before. Dina Majoris, they call it, I think, and the air was affecting her voice. After 2 weeks of consultations with the best physicians, it still wasn't clear why she couldn't sing. Someone recommended a symbiont specialist who did tests and advised to keep a certain plant in her room to fix the issue. Don't ask me how it worked, but it did.
That's quite the solution. Never underestimate the power of symbiosis. So you haven't worked with Danya more than a couple of years?
Right, but don't let that number fool you. We've been through hell and back together, and there's no one else in the galaxy I'd trust with my life more than this Terran boy.
More than your girlfriend?
Yeah, he's my family.
You are not too close with your biological relatives?
Not really. Just didn't work out.
I know what you mean. I was telling Danya at some point how my clan isn't too proud to have me in the ranks, for several reasons. I have a couple of distant cousins I get along with, and that's it. Family gatherings are kind of a chore.
Can relate.
What are you working on, if I may ask?
Oh, this? It's not really work. I'm preparing some notes to post in my community forum when we're arranged to a communication hub again.
Notes on...
A rogue planet we passed by this morning. Our spaceship scanner detected it a couple days ago. It's not in the galaxy's public database, or at least the one I downloaded during our last stop. That means nobody's ever found this planet before.
A rogue planet? You mean of a planet that isn't orbiting around a star?
Affirmative. More precisely, it's a nice giant twice the size of Odaria. You don't see those that often. Want to have a look?
Yes, I'd love that. This darkness. It must be because there's no star nearby to light it up, right?
Affirmative. We are days away from any proper light source, meaning any object we pass by until we reach our home will be this dark. That's why rogue planets are so hard to find. The Emeritot was only able to detect it because we were close by.
Fascinating. I'm sure you must be excited to share the news with your community.
You bet I am. Do you know that feeling to lay eyes on something nobody has ever seen before?
Oh, I definitely do. Thanks for sharing this with me, Juniper. Do you ever get homesick, Juniper?
Home, huh? I have a love-hate relationship with my birthplace. Etris is beautiful. Warm almost all year long and with an amazing view of both the sea and the mountains. With a friendly community of people who are looking out for each other, despite rampant nasty business plaguing the city. Or I thought it was, until my parents disowned me after they learned I had no intention of marrying the guy they chose for me, and was instead dating another girl. My parents, my cousins, my friends, they all started to look at me differently when they learned of my orientation. I guess you know that feeling. I left that place as soon as I could, and worked odd jobs in another city where a spaceport was located. That's where I learned I had a knack for dismantling and repairing things that could fly. The aliens I met there were amazing and always had interesting stories to tell. But most of all, they were much more open-minded than anyone I had met before. That's what motivated me to find a job where I could work traveling in space.
And that's how you met Danya.
Yeah, I wonder where I'd be if I had never met him. I would be lying if I said I didn't miss my hometown or Tulworth. But the bad always ends up outweighing the good if I were to ever return. And I'm glad to be where I am now. You know what I miss the most when I'm in deep space? Internet. I miss talking to Riemfi and my friends.
I can definitely understand that. Thank you for the chat. It's nice getting to know you, Juniper.
Anytime. Brave, I'd like to request something.
What is it?
Please take good care of Danya. You won't find anyone else like him in the whole galaxy.
I will. And believe me, I am perfectly aware.
If you keep frowning like that, you'll get wrinkles way ahead of schedule.
Hey,
Turn that frown upside down, my friend. This time tomorrow, we'll be at our destination with the transport contract completed, and the other half of the juicy payment in our pockets.
somehow I can't bring myself to rejoice.
Go talk to him.
I don't want to come off as clingy.
Excuse me? That is your old insecurities talking. It's time to move on from that.
You're right. Things are completely different with Brave.
Attaboy. Go get him.
May I come in?
Yes, of course.
Are you busy right now?
No, I'm in between tasks.
Sorry to barge in like that, but I need to talk to you.
I want to talk to you too, Danya. Should have probably done it already, before I started to pack.
We'll arrive at our destination tomorrow. I guess one way or another you'll be getting off the Emeritat with your Symbiant. Question is, what happens after?
What do you want to happen?
Gosh, I don't know. You figure out your stuff on Odaria and then take off again with us? The ideal plan would be you, me, Junie, and your Symbiont living on the Emeritat together. Junie and I can keep doing transport gigs while you do your remote thing until the end of time. But I know it's not that simple.
I want that too, and I have a plan on how to make it work.
What are the chances this will actually pan out?
9 out of 10. The only thing is that I need about a month to get approval on my proposal. And the grant. And then, if all goes well, another month to prepare and get all the paperwork done.
And in the meantime?
I can't ask you to stay on Odaria and wait, so it'll be up to you. However, there is something I wanted to give you.
Huh?
It's a bracelet that signifies you are my lover, officially, should you choose to accept it.
Hell yeah! Thank you. I, don't have a bracelet to give back to you, though.
It's okay. These are supposed to come in pairs, so I made two.
You made these?
It's an Odarian custom. You're supposed to offer your significant other one of two identical items you've personally crafted for this type of occasion, and wear the other. Doesn't have to be a bracelet, though. As long as the object is handmade and comes in pairs, it could be anything.
I love that it's a bracelet.
I'm glad.
You are amazing. You know that? I'm so glad we took you on board. Gotta say, I had my doubts when we first met.
I got lucky, I guess.
We both did.
Will you stay on Odaria while my proposal gets processed?
I would love to, Brave. There's nothing I'd enjoy more than getting to know your world and everything about it. But I'll have to speak to Junie to confirm.
I understand.
I'm sure she'll be okay with it. We can always pick up a couple of gigs around Odaria's moons. Do you need help packing?
No, thank you. There's one thing I still need to do before we arrive tomorrow.
All right, let's do this.
Let me empty that chair for you.
No chair.
Are you sure?
You're not the only brave person here, you know.
Clever. Are you positive you'll be comfortable with the full experience, should it come to that?
If it comes to that, yeah, I guess. But today, I'm mainly here for you. Can you tell Odith to go into standby mode?
You mean to be prepared to engage but wait for my command?
Exactly. Can you ask the Symbiant to hold your arms?
Mm-hmm.
Just in case, if you're immobilized, he'll still know that you're his master, right?
Oh, yeah. He knows I'm in charge.